Hey everyone, Adam here again. As requested from my Instagram page, I basically gave a choice of whether you wanted a short video on the shoes that I used, which were these beautiful DHB Dorsia MTB shoes, both parts, or if you wanted a quick vid on the tyres that I used for the GBDURO, and they were the critically acclaimed Racer Gravel King SKS. The votes came in and you wanted a quick one on the tyres, so we'll jump right into that and I'll give you my thoughts. Not really a review, just my thoughts on how they were. Just a little bit on the tyre then. So Racer Gravel King SKS, I'm using the 650B types. They sort of retail roughly around about £39, you know, 39 to 35 on most sites. I'm quite lucky, I managed to get these for £33 from my local bike shop, Cycle Evolutions. Check them out, Colchester people. James hooked me up with them, so thank you very much, James, appreciate that. And yeah, I use them in the 650B variant because that's because of the wheel size and stuff I've got. However, I've actually got a set on my 700C wheels for when I first initially got the tyre. They come in all sorts of sizes. I think they range from like 32 all the way up to the 1.9s, which I've got here. And yeah, they've got like this zero slip compound, anti-cut and abrasion. I think they call it the Alpha X cord or something like that, which is just to stop it getting slashed, which I can testify to. It does work. They are pretty strong, and they're tubeless ready. You can use them with tubes if you want. However, I run tubeless. I found that actually setting them up tubeless as well, they're really easy to go on. You don't need a special pump or anything like that. They'll just go on dead easy. I just use an old trap pump. You might need to use a bit of soapy water, people suggest that. I didn't have to, so I'm lucky. They went on really easy. Yeah, the tyres then. I used them sort of in the build up to it, used them a lot of training rides. Found them really comfortable. Tried varying pressures. And found that 35 psi was probably the optimal for if you're doing sort of on-off-road type rides, and that's what I went with. I went for 35 psi with stand sealant in there as well. I forgot to mention that's the sealant that I was using, which I found was really good. Yeah, they rode really well. I think you find that actually on the road, because they've got these smaller, you see there the knobbly bits down the middle, and obviously the large ones on the outside. The smaller bits down the middle, they're really quiet on the roads, but they perform, you know, above expectation off the road as well. I found that obviously on gravel, yeah, you expect them to be good, but then when I got to the Yorkshire Dales, you know, and it's that sort of boggy, you know, wet, muddy type terrain, I was expecting them to be spinning out more than they were. 90% of the time they're absolutely fine. Didn't have any issues. There's only sort of the really steep climbs, if I got out of the saddle, they would spin. But they performed above what I was expecting to do. Really good on rocky descents, couldn't fault them, particularly at those pressures, comfortable as anything, and just gave me confidence when I was descending as well. The ones that I showed you are on my bike setup then, they obviously got quite worn, but that was only when I got up to Scotland that happened, and bearing in mind they weren't brand new tyres that I had on, I'd used them in the build up as well. So this is actually my replacement one for that poor back tyre. They got quite worn down the middle bit again, but that was to be expected with the weight and stuff we was carrying. But I didn't actually get a puncture until Scotland, so it's a pretty long way, really, to go without a puncture. And the one that I got was because it was a huge boulder, and I went fast on the descent, went through the tyre, and it actually held it open, and the sealant all came out, so I didn't have a chance there to get it sealed. In hindsight, like I mentioned before, I should probably patch the tyre, which I did have the patches for, and then not use tubes, because I then did suffer with a couple of pinch flats after that, trying to get the pressures right and not have that issue. But as a tubeless setup, absolutely bomb-proof, really. Fantastic tyre. I think overall, I'd recommend them to most people. They're very similar to your WTB Byways or Riddlers. Very similar to that. Similar sort of price as well. I'm not sure what the difference is in weight. These come in about 240, I believe. Yeah, 240, what am I on about? 540. For 240, you definitely get them. 540 grams average. So they're pretty decent. Not the lightest on the market, but a good all-round tyre, I think, for this type of event. I'm definitely going to keep using them. Obviously, I've just bought a new one. and I would recommend them to anyone who's setting up like a tubeless gravel style bike. Give these a go and let me know what you think. So yeah, so my overview on them then, absolutely diamond tyres. Definitely recommend them to anyone. I'm going to keep using them. So thank you, Panaracer. Thank you for the beautiful tyres that you've brought to us here in sunny UK. Anyway guys, that's it. It's just a short video today. Again, thank you for the comments and the feedback that you've given me on the last video that I did about my bike. For all those guys that are new to the channel, please like or subscribe. It just helps me out with building the content, and it's greatly appreciated. All feedback's welcome, and hopefully I can continue to improve the channel and give you the videos that you want. The rest of this week then, I'm going to be working on the mental prep and resilience video that people have asked for. So look forward to that. Hopefully I'll get it out later in the week. I'm just doing a bit more work on that, so I don't want to obviously send you down the wrong way. I'm going to lean towards how I did things on the build-up, sort of my military background, how that's helped me and how that helped me through the GBDURO. So look forward to that video, guys, and hopefully I'll get it out this week. Thanks again for watching. Please let me know your thoughts, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers.